And oversight in our welfare system means disabled people in residential care aren't receiving money promised in this year's budget. It's being described as completely unfair. It means people with some needs are being treated differently to other beneficiaries. Jordan Rudd reports.
Whose room is this? Elliot's room.
When Elliot Duff moved into this home for young autistic men, it meant mum Wendy could sleep easy knowing he was safe and cared for.
I looked at where he could live in terms of residential, saw this provider and thought, yes, this is where I want him to be.
But the fact he's in residential care is also why he hasn't received extra money promised by the government after benefit increases in April last year and in the budget this year.
And I just kept an eye on it to watch the extra $20 come through. It did in the gross payment, but it did not appear in Elliot's net personal allowance in his hand.
When she put this to the Ministry of Health,
it was told because his payments are called a residential subsidy support, and it's a capped amount set about by an old law signed in the 1990s.
The residential support subsidy is paid to people like Elliot with a disability and in need of residential care. It's split into a client contribution, which goes towards costs like food and accommodation, and a personal allowance of between $67 and $109 to cover their own expenses. However, when benefits increase, the extra cash goes straight to the client contribution.
I think it's appropriate that residential providers do get compensated for the increased costs they've got. But equally, families have got increased costs as well. If you're paying for a child's clothing and their food and also their daily activities.
All of that out of $67.06 a week is just stupid.
The Ministry of Health told One News personal allowances increase in line with the Consumer's Price Index rather than benefit payments. But it said it's currently considering a range of options around the residential support subsidy and will soon be providing advice to the government.
This payment has been capped for over 25 years, and with rises in inflation going beyond that in terms of personal wage increases, surely beneficiaries should deserve more than that.
Have you had a good day today?
Good day.
A call for fairer funding arrangements so people like Elliot are paid what was promised. Jordan Rudd, One News.